When winter never ends and daylight disappears for months, life itself becomes a test of will. From villages buried in ice to volcanoes that still breathe fire, Russia hides places so extreme that even locals avoid them. In this video, we'll journey through the 10 most dangerous and remote places in Russia. Let's travel in minutes. Oymyakon. In the heart of Yakutia lies Oymyakon, a small village with a record few places on Earth can match. Minus 71.2 degrees Celsius, the coldest temperature ever recorded in a permanently inhabited location. The entire village relies on a single heating station that must continuously burn coal to keep pipes from freezing. Locals wear fur from head to toe, and hot water tossed into the air turns instantly to snow. Despite the deadly cold, life goes on. Children walk to school and reindeer graze in frozen valleys. Oymyakon isn't just a place. It's a living experiment in endurance, where humanity and frost coexist in a fragile balance. Kamchatka Peninsula. Few places on Earth are as wild and unpredictable as Kamchatka. Located on Russia's far east, it's home to over 300 volcanoes, many still active. Earthquakes are common, and the landscape changes with every eruption. Countless large sea lions haul out on the coastal rocks, creating massive, loud colonies. Brown bears roam freely through the valleys, salmon fill the rivers, and humans are outnumbered by wildlife. Kamchatka is so isolated that most of it remains unexplored even today, accessible only by air or sea. Kola Peninsula. Home to the northernmost city on the planet, Murmansk, this region is battered by blizzards and lit by haunting auroras. While heavy winter snow is common, short summers reveal abandoned Soviet military bases and secret labs. These sites include the Kola Superdeep Borehole, the world's deepest man-made hole, plunging over 12 kilometers. The dramatic scenery includes icy cascades streaming over cliffs, and the Barents Sea lies calm against the shore. For most travelers, the Kola Peninsula is not just remote. It's unreachable. A true frontier where the extreme environment dominates all. Chukotka. On the farthest northeastern tip of Russia lies Chukotka, a region closer to Alaska than to Moscow. The weather here is merciless. Storms rise from the Bering Sea, temperatures fall below minus 50 degrees Celsius, and the polar night can last 2 full months. Many villages can be reached only by helicopter or frozen river. Yet, despite its isolation, Chukotka holds a unique beauty. Herds of reindeer moving across white horizons, and a silence that feels eternal. It's truly the edge of the world, where Asia ends and the Pacific begins. Yamal Peninsula. The Yamal Peninsula, extending into the Kara Sea, is a place of reindeer, ice, and gas fields. It's home to the Nenets people, who migrate hundreds of kilometers each year with their herds across frozen tundra. In recent years, massive sinkholes have appeared. Explosive methane craters that swallow everything around them. Scientists call them Earth's breath, created by thawing permafrost and gas eruptions. The name Yamal means end of the land, and it feels exactly like that. A volatile place where the intense Arctic cold and unstable ground define one of the planet's harshest frontiers. Before we continue deeper into the Russian wilderness, If you love exploring the world's most mysterious and extreme destinations, make sure to subscribe to Travel in Minutes. There's a lot more waiting beyond the edge of the map. Norilsk. Hidden deep in the Arctic and closed to most outsiders, Norilsk is one of Russia's most extreme cities. Built above vast reserves of nickel and copper, it stands as the northernmost industrial city in the world, and one of the most polluted. Temperatures drop to minus 55 degrees Celsius in winter, and roads vanish beneath snow for months at a time. Yet Norilsk thrives as a place of defiant endurance. Nearly 200,000 people call it home, surviving through endless polar nights. When residents walk the city, they are always surrounded by the massive, simple Soviet apartment blocks. Norilsk remains a strong city where industry and human persistence overcome the Arctic's brutal power. Putorana Plateau. Tucked deep within central Siberia lies the Putorana Plateau, one of the most remote places on Earth. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, it's a land of towering basalt cliffs, waterfalls, and untouched Arctic lakes. There are no roads, no towns, and no people. Hiking here is a multi-week expedition, offering some of the planet's most rugged and challenging treks. In autumn, the tundra bursts into color. In winter, the entire landscape freezes into silence. The plateau's canyons stretch for hundreds of kilometers, carved by ancient lava flows. The isolation here is complete, a rare glimpse of Earth as it was thousands of years ago, untouched and unbroken. Verkhoyansk Range. Beyond Oymyakon rise the Verkhoyansk Mountains, a vast frozen range that defines the word remote. Few maps even mark its villages, and much of it remains unexplored. This is one of the coldest mountain regions on Earth, where temperatures can swing from minus 60 degrees Celsius in winter to 30 degrees Celsius in summer, a place of climatic extremes. The mountains are home to wolves, elk, and bears adapted to eternal frost, and the silence here is absolute. For explorers, reaching Verkhoyansk means weeks of trekking through ice and wilderness with no roads or rescue nearby. It's where even the hardiest travelers meet the limits of survival. Vorkuta. Vorkuta is a mining city born in the age of the Gulag. Built by prisoners in the 1930s, it sits in the endless tundra of the Komi Republic, beyond the Arctic Circle. Winters last 9 months, temperatures plunge to minus 50 degrees Celsius, and winds sweep through streets lined with crumbling Soviet apartment blocks. Once a hub for coal production, Vorkuta is now a ghost city. Entire districts stand empty, consumed by frost and silence. The remaining residents call it the City of the Dead, where survival is a daily act of courage. Wrangel Island. Our final stop lies far beyond the Russian mainland, Wrangel Island. Isolated in the Arctic Ocean and accessible only a few weeks per year, it's a frozen sanctuary of polar bears, walruses, and ancient tundra plants. Scientists call it the polar bear nursery because more cubs are born here than anywhere else on Earth. The island also hides prehistoric mysteries. The last woolly mammoths once walked here before disappearing forever. With constant blizzards and no permanent settlements, Wrangel remains one of Earth's last untouched places. From the frozen streets of Vorkuta to the volcanic peaks of Kamchatka, Russia holds a world few have ever seen. Vast, brutal, and breathtaking. Which of these remote corners would you dare to visit? If you could, let me know in the comments below. You've seen Russia's most dangerous sides. Now discover its most beautiful sides too. Check out my other Russia videos. From stunning cities beyond Moscow and St. Petersburg to peaceful hidden villages that feel frozen in time. If you enjoyed this journey, please like and share this video with those who love extreme travel. Don't forget to subscribe for more journeys to the world's most extraordinary places. Thanks for watching.